everyone, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and I'm in here checking my chicks, my 6 baby chicks. This is day 4 for me, so that means they're 5 days old. It takes 1 day to get them. And they're all doing really well, and I've already noticed little differences in them. I've noticed that their little wings, I can start to see the tips of their little wings, the feathers, the actual feathers coming in. Some more than others. And I'm surprised that the difference in sizes now. This one that's the copper marin, this black-headed one right there, seems to be the smallest, and the Easter egger and the little lighter colored one are the biggest ones. Now the lighter colored may look big because of her color. I don't know, but she's so cute. She's getting her little wing tips too, see, on her. If I can make this bigger. Yeah, they are so cute. Here, see their little wings? The feathers coming in there, right there. Their little feathers right there, coming in on their wingtips. And she has them too. They're just really light that you can't see hers as well. And another thing I noticed, I don't know if I can show you this, but at their tail, see the little feathers coming in? Their tail. They're getting their little tail feathers. So, little tiny, tiny tail feathers. Just starting to sprout. So cute. That's the Easter egg. You see her little muffs on the side of her face. They have little tufts at the side of each side of their beak there. That's how I knew she was the Easter egg. And I just may name her Muffy. Little Muffy. Yeah, they're chirping all the time except when they're sleeping. Unless, if they start to chirp real loud and I'm in the other room, that means they don't like something, or they're a little bit cold or too hot or something, and then they start chirping louder. But these little tiny chirps that they're doing, they do all the time. And already they're trying out their wings. A lot of times they'll flutter from one end to the other. And they're always looking up. They're always looking up to the top of the container. I think they're planning their escape for when they get older. And they like to sit on this little stick that I put in there. It's like a ground pole that horses have. A practice jumping thing. It's their practice roosting bar. Starts on the ground, and then I'm going to find some way to raise it up a little bit so they can perch. I have a smaller one that's the right size for their feet right now. Anyway, see little tail feathers? Cute, cute. Those two with the white dots on their heads, those are the barred rocks. So I have 2 of them. And you can see their wing feathers really good. But, okay, my leg has been killing me today. It's just, seems to be, yeah, it seems to be the best when I get up in the morning after I've been resting all night. But by this time at night, it's really aching. So I elevate it and put some ice on it, but it's kind of late for ice. It's been over a week since I did this, so anyway, I don't know why it's hurting so much still. I mean, here's what it feels like. Hi, little Liza Jane. Here's what my leg feels like when I first step on it. After I've been sitting or laying down, it feels like it just may give out and collapse. And I have to take a few steps till I'm sure it's okay. But anyway, I hate this. Monday I go to the chiro, and I think I can get into the car now and actually keep my appointment. I have appointments Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Since I am screwing up my back, walking all different because of my leg, my back also hurts now. Anyway, enough of that. I had such a taste for cinnamon buns. I made one of those Pillsbury cinnamon buns, you know, in the tube. The big ones. The big Cinnabon ones. So I made them late this afternoon, and I had one tonight. But I did take my digestive enzymes first. Yeah, they are yum. I'm not even sure if it's real cinnamon. I'll have to look. But cinnamon's good for you. Nothing else in there is. But anyway, that's my confession. I had a big cinnamon bun tonight. I was going to have a dish of ice cream. But the cinnamon bun did the trick, so I'll forego the ice cream. So I'm in here where it's very hot in the bathroom, of course. Under the light, for them it's 95 degrees, and I think this whole bathroom is about 85 degrees, so it's very hot. And if I happen to have a hot flash while I'm in here, it's really hot. But I'll give you another peek at my chickens and say hi to my sister. You know, she had a procedure done. It was very scary for everybody, and her, especially for her, I suppose, but for me too. She had a cardiac ablation done for her atrial fib. I think, I don't know if she has atrial fib or another type. I think it's super, I don't know if it's ventricular attack or not, but anyway, one of those. She had this cardiac ablation done where they do the cardiac cath, then they go in with like an electrode and zap the parts that send out the bad signals to make her heart beat too fast. That's a simplified version. And it was a 7-hour procedure. Well, after I hadn't heard anything in about 4 hours, I was like nuts. And it was like almost 7 hours before I heard anything, and she's fine. They just kept her overnight, and she's home and is fine. So she told me, if I ever have to have a cardiac cath, other than them threading doing the IV puncture in your groins or under your arm, wherever they choose to do it, after that you can't feel any of the other stuff. You can't feel the cath going in or any of that or anything in the heart. So if you have to have that done, there's no pain involved, evidently, except for the needle sticks. Okay, let me show you my chicks again. Hi, Sue. I wanted to tell you, my son is coming. I want him to come here and do a few things for me today that I can't do for myself. So he was supposed to come today, but instead, because it didn't rain today like it was supposed to early in the day, he went golfing, of course. He's on the golf course whenever it's not raining. So when I talked to him, he was on the golf course and he wanted to come tomorrow. But he's bringing, Linda's coming with the kids with him. So my 2 grandchildren are coming because they want to see these chicks. So they can't touch the chicks yet. They're too little for, They're real young, the kids. 7 and 9. I hope I'm right. I have a terrible time with ages and birth and dates. Oh my. Anyway, they're coming tomorrow, and their father's going, my son is going to tell them they are not allowed to touch the chicks, only look at them. And they're only allowed to be in here for a few minutes with me. But, you know, I can't move fast with my knee, and so anyway, yeah, he's going to come and do some stuff for me tomorrow. And I'll visit with the kids and Linda. So I'll try to scope the kids seeing the chicks tomorrow. So I'll say bye for now and let you have another look at the chicks. Oh, there they are. Little chickies. Oh, see? Did you see them flapping their wings? They flutter from one end to the other. Practice flights, I guess. And surprisingly, in about 2 weeks, they'll be able to actually fly up to the side of this container. I have a lid to put on it. I made a wire lid to put on it, just so they can't get out, of course. But when they get a little older, I usually put towels on the floor and let them run around here in the bathroom with me sitting in here. And that's when they hop up on your lap and you can handle them more. And it's a lot of fun. I don't know how I'll get down on the floor this time, but I'll figure out something. A real low seat, maybe. So this is little chicks checking out the temperature over there. See, when they settle down, they actually sit down. So I'll say bye for now, and I will be on tomorrow. Bye-bye.